Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel where I speak truth, discuss any and every topic, and the objective is that someone can go away from these videos and take something with them that is a value-added proposition to their lives, that helps them better themselves, that helps them restructure relationships, and helps them go on forward and be progressive in life and productive and successful. Today's topic, I want to talk about accountability. Accountability in so many different facets of life. And just so there's a preface to the context, accountability meaning in the Oxford Dictionary, the fact or condition of being accountable, responsibility. And just to go deeper into that aspect, let's just say accountability is something that we scarcely see people taking on. It's something that is a rarity, more so this day and age, because as opposed to taking accountability, you'll find more people prefer to place blame. Now, placing blame is never what you want to do, but you'll find a lot of people prefer to offset the responsibility of the action or the act and put it onto someone else, cast it off, so to speak. So going into accountability, what I want to say is I value the aspects of accountability. I find that I am definitely far more accountable in instances where I believe that I have responsibility to be the person that takes responsibility or to be responsible for the actions that may have taken place. Now, going into the accountability conversation, I find that a lot of people may struggle with accountability because of friendships that they have where people don't make them responsible for the things that they do and instead allow them to continue on doing whatever, being all willy-nilly. So again, just going further into the explanation of accountability, one thing I like to say is, what about your friends? What about your friends? Who are your friends? Who are the people that are closest to you that you go to support you, to advocate, to guide you and restructure you? And one thing that I truly, truly believe profoundly, deeply, strongly is good friendships, healthy friendships are individuals who hold you accountable. Because in holding you accountable or calling out instances where you need to demonstrate accountability, it's a process where some may feel a little bit disrupted, disturbed by, bothered, because it's a change. It's a request for you to change something or identify something. Wait a minute, you missed something. You might want to go back and check on that because that's something that you left behind. True friendships of people that hold you accountable are some of the best relationships that you can have, primarily because, as the Bible says, discipline, it's a gentle way of telling you to do something, to correct something. Correction is what the Bible says. And correction is a great way for you to adjust something, fix something, identify something, and make it right if you had done it wrong. And good friends, solid friendships will always hold you accountable. I was in a friendship, no longer in that friendship, but I was once in a friendship where accountability was something that was constantly scarce. It was always a blame game, whether it was a family member to blame, another friend to blame, the partner, boyfriend at the time to blame. Always somebody else to blame, but never themselves to blame. I recall we were going on a trip and we all planned on picking up at one location. Hey, this is where we're going to be picking each other up. We're all going to meet here, get in an Uber, and go to the airport together so that we can get on the flight together, arrive together, and just so forth and so on. So we get there. We're calling this friend. It's like 6 a.m. Flight is at 9. We're calling this friend. Hey, where are you? We're all meeting. Where are you? No answer. We call her again. Hey, I'm just waiting for my boyfriend to give me a ride. He has my car. Okay, cool. Because you do know we were supposed to meet here at 6 so that we can at least, figure if we're grabbing breakfast, figure what we're doing, whatever. Oh, well, I'm waiting for him because he had my car. But Another girl lives right down the street and told you that she could have picked you up. Why didn't you opt into that ride? Oh, I don't need the ride. I'll get there. Okay, cool. So again, proceed. No sign of her by 6:30, no sign of her by 6:45. So we're on our way to the airport now. We call her up and we're like, hey girl, so we're on our way to the airport. Everything good with you? Oh, so why didn't you guys wait for me? Why didn't we wait for you? We all planned on getting here at 6 o'clock. Everyone else, some of which have children, made it at 6 o'clock. And you don't have a child, did not make it at 6 o'clock, yet you're saying, why didn't we wait for you? Okay, well, we'll see you at the airport. You know where that's at. You know, your boyfriend doesn't even have to bring you here now. Detour straight to the airport. We'll see you there. You know the time for the flight. Great. Oh, okay, cool, fine. We go through the airport. We go through the checkpoint. No sign of her. She arrives. When she arrives and is in the long line and calls one of the other girls, where are you guys? The girls, well, we're at the terminal waiting for the plane. What? So you guys didn't wait for me? That's so messed up because we were supposed to be going on this trip together. You guys are already starting this trip on a bad foot. Starting this trip on a bad foot? We, one, offered to pick you up. We called you at 6 o'clock, had you been sleeping, just to kind of make sure you were up. You opted to not get a ride from one of the other girls, yet you still didn't show up at 6:30 when we left there. So 6:45, we're on our way. You're upset that we didn't wait for you. So we get to the airport with these long security lines. Some of us got TSA pre-check with Clear. You know, so we're moving through the process and you're upset that we didn't wait for you? Cool. We get there. She almost misses the flight. Barely makes it, was the last person to board the plane when they were about to shut the doors. Okay? So we're there and we're like, this girl is like, wow. So she's upset. She's frustrated. First, when things are good, because we connected at another location, she's like, I can't believe him. He took my car or whatever. I don't know where he ended up going. Was playing cards with his friends all night. Was supposed to bring me. Didn't show up. But cool. So you're blaming him for the fact that you didn't get there, right? Cool. Somebody else, one of these women, offered to pick you up and bring you to the house where we were all going to be parked anyways. And you still said no. So now you're blaming your boyfriend for the fact that he didn't bring you. Okay, cool. Whatever. When things progress and we get there and she's at a bad moment or she's frustrated, I can't believe y'all left me. I almost missed the plane. Wait, again, that's not our fault. We did everything that we could have done to make sure that we were all in sync. We were all aligned. We all traveled together. We all got on the flight together. Fortunately, we got on the flight together, but we wanted to make sure we were all together, got on the, you know, the ride to the airport together, checked in together, did everything together. But unfortunately, you were not on the same page as us. But again, that friendship has since dissolved, but I feel like that was an instance where accountability was just smeared on everyone but herself. It was the boyfriend's fault. It was our fault. It was everybody's fault but hers, where she could have, one, opted into the ride. She could have, two, had her own vehicle, drove it herself to the destination home where we've all parked our cars. She could have, three, when she made it to the airport, just been grateful that she made it. You know, I'm glad that you guys went through the check and didn't have to like be delayed because of me. But no, there was a lack of accountability there. But lo and behold, I'm that friend that will just let you know in a gentle way. Like, first of all, let me just make this clear, because what I feel like you're giving off here is this energy is disruptive. It's disruptive to everybody else's positive vibe. And I'm going to tell you why. Because number one, your boyfriend did not need to have your car, but he did. Person A over here offered to pick you up. You said no. And I know she said she called you before she left her house to double check if you wanted a ride, and you still said no. She showed us proof on the phone log. So you then still not show up to the destination place where we were supposed to be meeting at, but instead call us when we're on our way to the airport, and you think that we were supposed to sit there and wait for you at this person's home for when you were going to show up. How fair is that? Everyone else managed to get there on time, and everyone else managed to do what was required of them to ensure that we all had a successful trip together. But now you want to sit here and place blame on everybody but yourself. So what were you responsible for? Tell me what part did you play in this whole travel debacle that started off in your home? Please tell me, what role did you play? Oh, it's not about a role. It's about it if we're all traveling together. No. It's not about it if we're all traveling together. There is a role that you played here. So I want to know, which role did you play? Is it the role of giving your boyfriend the car when you could have had the car? Is it the role of not taking the ride when you could have taken the ride? Is it the role of us not waiting for you, or maybe you arriving on time enough before we left the destination that we were at, where we were all supposed to meet? Or maybe it was even you acknowledging that you arrived late to the airport, and there should not have been an expectation of anyone waiting for you in this TSA check line. Like, I'm trying to understand, what role did you play? It became a thing. And I said, you know what? Just moving forward, I'm not traveling with you anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with travel that includes you, only because you do things like this. You make it here. Here we are in Mexico, and here you are with this energy that's like out of this world, because it's so big, and it's just blame on everyone here when we were supposed to be on a good vibe, positive vibe type of thing. But instead, you're upset, you're angry, you're frustrated about something that happened back home. Girl, we're on a sunny island here. It's hot outside. We're about to go, and this is the type of energy you're bringing. I don't ever want to travel with somebody like this ever again. So I hope these next few days that we're here, you get your attitude together, because I'm not going to be around you if this is the attitude you're bringing around. And I don't want to be in any setting with you, do any activities with you, if this is the type of energy that you're going to bring. We're already here. Whatever happened already happened back home, all of which you are responsible for. They're not going to say it, but I will. That you were responsible for, but here we are, right? Anyways, again, enough with that story. That friendship dissolved because said friend was never able to acknowledge their faults, even along the lines of time after the trip. In other instances, in other situations that we were all in collectively. So it just became a mutual, all of us feeling like, yeah, this relationship can't continue to sustain because we're carrying this friendship and we shouldn't be. So that's fine. But this goes to say, accountability. Accountability is the type of thing that a lot of people sweep under the rug. Now, I could have been like other folks and said nothing and said, oh, well, I'm sorry that we didn't wait for you. Oh, I'm sorry your boyfriend had your car. But that wasn't my place to apologize for. I wasn't responsible for those things taking place. You were responsible for those things taking place. And some friends won't say that to you. So some friends won't correct you. They won't call you out when you're wrong. They won't readjust your crown when it's crooked, right? But instead, they'll just talk behind your back. Those are the disingenuous ones. Like, yeah, she want to show up late, and then she didn't even want to say. One of them in the shower, come out the shower in the bathroom brushing her teeth in the shower room. Yeah, I want to be mad at us talking about nobody waited for her. Girl, go tell her that. Like, it's time that people hold friends accountable. Those are genuine friendships. Real friendships are when you're able to tell your friend what you did was wrong. I don't approve of it. I don't think it was fair. And you owe so-and-so an apology, or you can't do that again. And you should correct those habits moving forward. Something, but not just speak about it in their absence or behind their back, but never necessarily confronting them. And I think those are some of the problems that friendships have these days. People not holding others accountable. Hey, what you did was wrong. In fact, you owe us an apology for coming on to us with this strong, angry energy when we did nothing wrong to you. We did everything by the book as planned. So again, accountability is such a big thing that people stray from and people are quick to run away from, when it's standing in your truth. You did it. You're responsible for it. Stand on it. It makes you a more noble human being. It makes you more honorable, more respectable, because someone who could stand in their truth and someone who could stand in their fault or whatever they may be responsible for and say, you know what, that's on me. That's my fault. Let me fix that. That's a person that's to be respected. But again, you won't find those type of people often because accountability is something that people stray from. It's so much easier for someone to say it's their fault that this didn't happen for me. I blame that person because I missed the flight or whatever could have happened, right? Oh, my boyfriend's fault that I missed the flight. But then again, it's y'all fault that y'all didn't wait for me, but so we could all miss it. So all these things could have happened in a sense of somebody who lacks accountability. And it did happen to an extent, but not to that measure. So I think true friendships are people who hold you accountable. Seek out genuine friendships where people will call you out when you do something wrong. Because as I stated, even the Bible says correction. Correction is a form of love. Me telling you that you did something wrong is because I want you to do something right. Do it the right way next time. So if I tell you, hey, that wasn't cool, and you acknowledge, oh, dang, I didn't intend to do it that way. That was my flaw. I apologize that it happened like that. I'll make a conscious effort to not let it happen again. That's real. That's a correction for you. So with those instances, when someone operates like that, I think these are the type of things that we need to look for in relationships, the type of things that we need to look for in friendships, people that will hold you accountable to help you restructure who you are, to help you correct bad habits and bad behaviors, because all too often you don't find many of that. So with that being said, hopefully you take away something positive from this message and you find that even if you may lack accountability, or if you stray away from that accountability yourself, that this may encourage you to seek where you may be responsible and stand in that. You know what? Hey guys, that's on me. My bad. Or that my fault. I apologize. That's on me, but I'll fix it. That's a great form of growth. So hopefully this video helps you grow in your journey, in your path, and in your ways. And I look forward to seeing you again, because I have so much more gems to drop on you guys. And I have stories to tell you too. I don't be really wanting to tell nobody's business, which is why I said person A. Did y'all catch that? So I'll just, share more things with you in an effort to help you restructure your own life, help with your growth, help with your journey, help you on your life path, and hopefully get you where you need to go.